Our first scene is from the beginning of chapter 32, where we left off in class. This is where Huck tries his luck at finding a place to stay at the Phelps' home.
It's you, at last, ain't it?
Yes'm.
You don't look as much like your mother as I reckoned you would, but law's sakes, I don't care for that. I'm so glad to see you. Dear, dear, it does seem like I could eat you up. Children, it's your cousin Tom. Tell him howdy. Liza, hurry up and get him a hot breakfast right away. Or did you get your breakfast on the boat?
I fetched it on the boat.
Now I can have a good look at you. And laws and me, I've been hungry for it a many and many time, all these long years, and it's a come at last. We've been expecting you a couple of days more. What kept you? Boat get aground?
Yes'm, she...
Oh, don't say yes'm. Say Aunt Sally. Where'd she get aground?
It weren't the grounding that didn't keep us back but a little. We blowed out a cylinder head.
Good gracious, anybody hurt?
No, ma'am. Killed a nigger.
Well, it's lucky, because sometimes people do get hurt. 2 years ago, last Christmas, your Uncle Silas was coming up from New Orleans on the old Lottie Rook, and she blowed out a cylinder head and crippled a man, and I think he died afterwards. He was a Baptist. Your Uncle Silas knowed a family in Baton Rouge that knowed his people very well. Yes, I remember now. He did die. Mortification set in, and they had to amputate him, but it didn't save him. Yes, it was mortification. That was it. He turned blue all over, and died in the hope of a glorious resurrection. They say he was a sight to look at. Your uncle's been up to town every day to fetch you, and he's gone again not more than an hour ago. He'll be back in a minute now. You must have met him on the road, didn't you? Oldish man with a...
No, I didn't see nobody, Aunt Sally. The boat landed just at daylight, and I left my baggage on the wharf boat and went looking around town and out in the piece in the country to put in the time and not get here so soon. And so I come down the back way.
Who'd you give the baggage to?
Nobody.
Why, child, it'll be stolen.
Not where I hid it, I reckon it won't.
How'd you get your breakfast so early on the boat?
The captain see me standing around and told me I better have something to eat before I went ashore. So he took me in the Texas to the officer's lunch and gave me all I wanted.
But we were running on this way, and you ain't told me a word about Sis, nor any of them. Now I'll rest my works a little, and you start up your own. Just tell me everything. Tell me about all of them, every one of them, and how they are, and what they're doing, and what they told you to tell me, and every last thing you can think of. Here he comes. Stick your head down lower. There, that'll do. You can't be seen now. Don't you let on a joke on him. Children, don't you say a word.